Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robbie.
I'm Jeremy.
And we are over the halfway point, well, nearly over the halfway point with the Harry Potter countdown. We're up to the 5th installment of the franchise, Order of the Phoenix. These are our thoughts.
It's changing out there. There's a storm coming, Harry. Just like last time.
The Ministry of Magic is pleased to announce the appointment of Dolores Jane Umbridge as High Inquisitor to address the falling standards at Hogwarts School.
Things at Hogwarts are far worse than I feared.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix was directed by David Yates, who would go on to direct the rest of the franchise as well as the Fantastic Beasts movies. And of course there's Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson coming back, and they're joined by Imelda Staunton, who comes in as Professor Umbridge, who does an amazing job.
Oh, yeah.
And
Helen Bonham Carter as well.
Helen Bonham Carter, of course, as Bellatrix. Again, an amazing job. And we have plenty of returning cast members as well.
It's this. I'm just gonna say this is my favorite movie in the entire franchise.
This is close to being my favorite. I loved it. Yeah.
I think the reason for that is it focuses a lot now on the order of the actual Order of the Phoenix, like the original, and then includes like the Marauders and everything, which is what I thought was missing from the third one. Which is great, and that means more serious, which is awesome. More storyline behind him and the. Is it the First Age War? We just had this discussion.
Yeah, we did. I think it is. Yeah.
First Age.
Yeah.
First.
I think that's what it was called. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, but there's a lot of like foreshadowing on that era as well, and the story is cool. Like the whole creation of Dumbledore's army, like a secret army that was made by the students inside the school.
Yeah.
Pretty much to find and kill Voldemort, which is awesome.
Yeah. Once again, spoiler warning for both book and movie. So go watch them and read them if you haven't. But moving forward, I 100% agree. It's not my favourite, but it is probably my second favourite in the Harry Potter series, excluding Fantastic Beasts. It is absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
They really focus up on the story in this one. And while it is short compared to the length of the book, unlike Goblet of Fire and Prisoner of Azkaban, the film knows what to develop, what not to develop, and the pacing is so spot on in this movie.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the character development between like Ginny and Harry is finally starting to get some traction in this one.
Ginny's really starting. This is where I think Ginny, Bonnie Wright, started to embody Ginny better.
Definitely. And also like Luna and Neville, like all the secondary characters, they're really starting to
shine.
They're getting they're starting to shine.
And all of them are starting to become really good actors.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, not that they're ever bad, but they had their moments where you're like, okay, that's not the best. Here, Daniel Radcliffe really improves. All of them really improve. Neville, Matthew Lewis, he really shines in this film.
They've found their feet. I think that's
definitely.
They know where they need to be and they're there.
Yeah, and that could be due to David Yates coming on board. Maybe he knows how his direction suited them better. I definitely think David Yates. I definitely think that David Yates is the best thing to happen to this franchise. He brought the films to a level that I think none of the previous directors were able to do. He was able to balance the dark tones and the fun tones perfectly. And obviously because it is David Yates going through it, but this is where the series I think really finds its footing, and it carries through in a way where they really do feel like one story broken into 4 parts. Whereas the first 4 films, you got the first 2 which are very different, and you have number 3 which is very different, and you have number 4 which is very different, and number 5 I think finds a balance between those 4 films, and then just carries it through to the end.
Yeah, David Yates is really the name of Harry Potter, apart from the cast, but he's the one that really sort of set the tone and kept it going.
Yeah.
I think that's he. I mean, obviously it's just his best work he's done, but also I think it's also like the evil side that you were talking about before, like the sort of dark side, like the Death Eaters. They're finally like the three main characters are finally going face to face with Voldemort's loyal, his group of I don't know what you call them, like his following, I guess. And that's, I mean, Lucius plays such a cool role in this
Lucius is amazing in this movie.
Wow. Like he yeah, definitely. And then of course, I mean, you have Helena Bonham Carter, which
she's one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah.
I love her. She is so good.
And this one, it really starts to play with like Harry, the relationship between Harry and Sirius. Pretty much from the first scene, like you really get to, the first few scenes, you really get to see them starting to connect and bond, and create, like a family bond.
Yeah. That's something I think I was sorely missing from Goblet of Fire. Now I think about it.
Yes.
Is eliminating Sirius. He has one scene where he's in the fireplace. The rest of Sirius' scenes are eliminated, and you miss that familial bond that Harry and Sirius develop, which thankfully is made up for in this film, but
then is stolen from us quite abruptly.
I mean, they kind of had to do that in this film, that way that his death would really have an impact. But Goblet of Fire did a good job of trying to screw that up.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's some big moments in this film, big moments in the book that translate very well. Obviously the biggest being Sirius's death at the hands of Bellatrix. And then the other big moment is Dumbledore versus Voldemort.
Yes.
Which is so cool.
It is very cool. It's almost like the underdog versus the champions game at the end of like what's that soccer game? Mean Machine? Is that the name of the movie?
I'm not sure.
No. Well, yeah, it's like the big, goodie versus baddie. At the end of any standard, game, standard movie, pretty much. And it's so cool. Like I love the special effects and like just the types of magic they were using.
And it's the first time we really see Dumbledore unleash his powers. First time we really see Voldemort. Just what devastation he can cause.
Yeah, definitely.
Ray Fiennes and Michael Gambon fully commit to that.
Yeah.
We get our first real Jeremy, I love this. The Voldemort.
Ray Fiennes loves his.
Yeah. He does it so much. It's so iconic with Voldemort now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly sure if you go to Reddit, you can probably find like
it's a compilation
of every single one he's ever done.
Yeah, it's great. And then of course we get the other sinister presence in Hogwarts, which is Umbridge, played to perfection by Imelda Staunton. Voice, looks, personality, everything. Yeah.
Not good.
Just
creepy.
Yeah. All her scenes were 100% spot on for me. I didn't have a single issue with any of them. Right from her moment when she's introduced in the Great Hall, when she interrupts Dumbledore, just like in the book, has a big speech and kind of just you realize from the get-go, like, okay, she's a piece of work.
Yeah.
And then just the little things that they managed to keep in that number 3 and 4 ditched. Little eccentricities the characters have that just help develop the character so much more. Like the classroom, when we get our first Defense Against the Dark Arts with Umbridge, the whole issue about no want in the classroom is left in.
Yeah.
Her hatred for anything practical is left in. And it only takes like a minute to do these things. but you need them in there, and that's where number 3 and 4 went wrong for me, and this one does so well, while still being a brisk runtime.
Yeah, definitely. The book, it's the longest book in the series.
Yeah.
Yet somehow with the movie they've managed to make it work.
Yeah.
I
mean, there is the book probably is my least favorite of all of them. Not that it's a bad book; it's an excellent book. But J.K. Rowling's put in a lot of stuff that isn't necessarily relevant to the overall story. It's just a lot of fleshing out and stuff that is great for a book, but things you can easily just trim up for the film. So they do find a good balance going from book to film, I think.
Yeah, they definitely do.
It's the first time I see the Mystery of Magic.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And it stays the same. Is something else I've noticed. Like David Yates keeps it, like, it doesn't change anything about it.
Any little change that David Yates has put on things that we've already seen, he maintains, and everything new he brings in, he maintains.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah.
And
then music, we have Nicholas Hooper coming in to do the score. I didn't really know what to expect because I didn't know who Nicholas Hooper was going in. I think he's done some of the best work in the franchise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's done a good job. I mean, it's not easy to come in, especially
following the footsteps of John Williams.
Exactly, especially being so unknown to the general public, and then creating a score that brilliant. I don't have a problem with any of the movie scores actually. Now that I think about it,
number 4 is my only one where there's nothing really memorable about it. Nicholas Hooper does a great job of bringing in great new themes and feeling like if they feel like Harry Potter things, like they're quirky and fun and eccentric. Nothing about number 4 did that. They were all just there.
Yeah.
This one really shines.
Something else I actually wanted to touch on is the way they portrayed the whole Harry trying to get Dumbledore's attention throughout the film, and Dumbledore purposefully ignoring him. And also, this is the first proper time we see Voldemort sort of getting inside Harry's head.
Yeah.
Which I thought was
we
really
get the
well
occlumency
done.
classes, yeah.
Which is what I thought was really well done as well. Also, it's a massive plot point because they all go on sort of like this wild goose chase to the Ministry when there's nothing really there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah.
And at first you think Dumbledore's being kind of a dick, and then you realise that it's all part of the story. I mean, yeah. I thought
everything ties in.
Yeah, it's
very
really,
well, very very well. Everything they set up, they follow through and they conclude, or they make it obvious that this will be something that will be touched on and carried on in the future. So it's not just left behind.
And of course, one of my favourite scenes, obviously Shacklebolt is someone we haven't quite spoken about
Kingsley.
yet. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dumbledore's got style.
Yes, that scene is so brilliant when they go to arrest Dumbledore.
Straight out of the book again.
Yeah. He's like, yes, what was it? I was going to come quietly, and then
oh
man, whew.
Yeah. There's that awesome shot of Fawkes swooping down on Voldemort.
Let's hope not.
Dumbledore clapping onto Fawkes and just disappearing, and everyone just throwing back, and and you get Kingsley's great line.
Yeah. Dumbledore's
got style. It's great. And I love how they portray Fudge in this movie, because in the book he does come off as Weasley and just a coward, and they do that in this.
Even in the 4th one as well.
Yeah, and then you get that great final bit when he sees Voldemort and just his reaction, just pure shock, and just like, he's back.
So great. He only sees him for a split second in the movie anyway.
Yeah.
And he immediately realizes, shit, I'm wrong, kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's such an awesome payoff for the audience being watching him just turn this blind eye to it all. One little thing that I'm so glad they left in is the opening Dementor attack in the alley.
Yes, definitely.
Because that is very important going forwards for Dudley and Harry's relationship. Because from that moment on, Dudley treats Harry completely differently. And it's crucial.
I love the whole trial as well with Dumbledore butting in for Harry as well, and the whole how everyone in the entire movie thinks that Dumbledore and Harry are just liars and they're lying about everything.
Yeah.
And then it's just the whole movie from then henceforth is like an unraveling. And it started at the very start, which I think is really well done as well.
I think my least favourite scene, which was my least favourite scene in the book as well, is when Grawp comes in. It's a necessary plot point because you need to learn about the giants because that's important going into the Battle of Hogwarts later on. But that is my least favourite scene in the movie. But overall, it's a great film. I'm giving it an easy 5 stars. Great cinematography, great music, great adaptation in general.
Yeah, I agree. 5 stars, definitely. Yep.
It's your turn now.
Discipline your mind.
We're in this together.
If Voldemort's building up an army, then I want to fight.
Look at me!
Harry Potter, you will lose everything.
Alright, Cinephiles, thanks for watching. Those are our thoughts on the 5th installment in the Harry Potter franchise, The Order of the Phoenix. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought. Also hit the subscribe button if you're keen on checking out our next installment. Of course, The Half-Blood Prince will be up shortly. And we continue our saga into the Harry Potter franchise in anticipation for Fantastic Beast and the Crimes of Grindelwald. And that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the movies.